Alright, y'all, I'm back with y'all. Last but least, it's the air sign. And then we through. I ain't trying to rush, but I know the time limit on here to just unnecessarily cut off. So let's go. Alright. Overall mood, we got the Three of Cups. Jesus Christ. What's going on, singles? Choosing to opting out of some third party situation. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Come on now. Give me something. So nobody got time all day. Ooh, we got the Justice, the Sun, and the King of Swords reverse. Okay, what we got here? We got Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Pentacles. I got the power. I'm just playing. Knight of Cups and the King of Swords. All your King of Swords. All your Kings are reversed. What's the problem? Then you got Two of Pentacles. All your Kings reversed. Star. Well, you got Libra and Aquarius out. Well, you got Lovers out. Seven of Cups. Five of Cups, and we just need one for the overall mood. Let's get it. Oh shit, we did. We got it. Ace of Swords, upright. We got it. We got it. High Priestess. Overall mood, we got Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is like some newness in communication, some understanding, speaking, utilizing your truth, your voice, or ideally though, coming to a clear mind of thinking, being able to process your words. On the bottom of the deck, we got High Priestess energy. I told you tapping into that. I said some of y'all necessarily don't follow your intuition to where being so airheaded, you don't know how to be grounded to be able to be in tune to instinctual type aspects. We got Two of Swords reversed. That is a truth like necessarily coming out. But you got a Nine of Swords with a Seven of Swords energy in play. So they could be in a malicious type style. You have the Emperor as well, with the Emperor being reversed. That is a very controlling, rigid, I need things to go my way, a very loss of time, patience, whatever it is that's going about. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles, and up under that we got the Nine of Pentacles. A lot of signs been getting Nine of Pentacles though, like a lot of y'all, for it's like being overstocked, dealing with you becoming selfish, especially if you're dealing with a controlling or abusive or emotionally abusive type people, ideally though, or those aspects though of trying to dictate or being set in your ways. Like that's a lot to where a lot of people don't recognize, to where they become necessarily selfish with certain things or wanting things to go a certain way that they don't know how to break down those paradigms within themselves though. But you got a Nine of Swords energy though. That stress, guilt, and shame. But I told you it's like a truth that's necessarily coming about in an aggressive style type way, in a manipulative, in a malicious type sense. Okay, you got Justice here. First card out. That's the balancing of the scales. You got the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Pentacles. Who's got the power? Okay, you got Five of Cups. Wheel of Fortune necessarily speaks of like going through bad times or whatever the case may be. It's kind of like trying to see up, but necessarily it's like trying to see up, but necessarily being down. In like your waiting life, this could be old thinking, old ways, but for some of y'all though, this is like the balancing of the scales, the five of cups that put you in like grieving, displacement, not being happy, going through those emotions. Like a lot of people be so stuck to where it's kind of like, okay, now it's time to flip the scales. Let me put you on the opposite side of the ladder with everything that you complained that you didn't have, that you do got now, and see how you like it. So it's kind of like that type of situation. You got the Sun though, still being able to push through. But you got Knight of Cups and the King of Wands. But you got the Seven of Cups for some of y'all, though. This could be clarity, though. For some of y'all, is one of y'all pregnant? Because you got the Sun and the Knight of Cups and the King of Wands. That's why I said, one of y'all pregnant, got a baby on the way. Don't know what that's about, though. But it could be clarity about that, though. We got the Sun, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Wands though. For some of y'all, that could be clarity about somebody though, because the Knight of Wands is like somebody who is definitely a cheater, somebody that moves on very quickly or fast. I will say that though, like they're not trying to be interested in staying with you. The King of Swords could be somebody that was a manipulative with a word of wordplay. And then you got Two of Pentacles necessarily with the Star. And then you got the Lovers reverse. So this could be a situation where it's not like actually loving, or you putting yourself in a situation with somebody who was juggling you and somebody else. The basically that though. So I would say that though. You got a Seven of Swords energy. I told you that. Then I say that though. A Seven of Swords energy. I said a malicious style of coming into truth. Like that's like, okay, I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the intent to necessarily hurt somebody, but it's like, okay, well you did this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna say this. So it's kind of like that though. I don't know if that's somebody with you or whatever's going on though. For singles, I don't know. Cause you got Five of Wands, and you got the Six of Wands though. I told you hard times to show you who your real friends is. Five of Wands does not want to compete with like people who are bullies or antagonistic, people who try to do baitery type things, feeling unseen or whatever the case may be. People in your business or whatever the case may be. For some of y'all may be opting out for that, and that may be the technique of you holding your power going through like these times. You got Devil energy reverse, independent from the pack. You also got what's that? Five of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles reverse, and you got Ten of Cups. So for some of y'all independent from trying to stay independent from the Ten of Cups energy. You know, people who are not necessarily happy, emotional abusive, you know, the bullies, and people who my way or the highway, like that's what y'all trying to do at this moment. The King of Pentacles is like not trying to put a footing in it or standing your ground, ideally though, by not saying I don't want to lay in those situations. The World reverse speaks to me though. It's kind of like this is a situation with you and a baby daddy or a nigga you was talking to when you end up with a baby or whatever the case may be. It can. I don't want to say that though. Wait a minute. Let me see what's going on. Cause either I got the power. Because it's justice look like I'm still like I'm trying to hold myself together. That's what kind of looks like. And I tell you, the world is kind of like thinking the world revolves around you, but it's like one track minded, and I think only this way. So in that type of environment, so I tell you, the Six of Wands could be people who you not necessarily want to tell your business to. Could be somebody that you know, you don't know, or it could be you and a person in a relationship to where it's like bully mob. I would say that, no, it's gonna go my way, this way, this way, this way. But you got the Moon here too. Damn, y'all like talking shit. Two of Swords and a High Priestess back at that again. That's why I say it's kind of like somebody's were you dating somebody in a relationship, or somebody was not saying there was a relationship, or you dating somebody and they could have been possibly saying, oh no, I got a baby on the way, all these different types of stuff or whatever the case may be. And like that's the situation that's, if you were looking for them, like they're emotionally is taxing as hell and they're dysfunctional as hell. So if you were opting out or this person was opting out, it's kind of like yeah, that's kind of like the best option at this moment. Like I'd rather regret my tears. You get what I'm saying? Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. I already regretted my tears. And then be so but for some of y'all though, I think it was, this gonna sound fucked up though. Listen. Some of y'all be so focused on you or your own emotional aspects or self-fulfilling that if it comes in the time of the people who you date, they only pretend to be something ideally for what it is that you have. Because Nine of Pentacles is somebody that's very focused. They're money hungry. They're working on them. I want this. It's me, me, me. So if you're a me, me, me individual, it don't even have to be in a malicious type state. Like you can attract people who are like, oh yeah, ooh, like that type of energy though, because you got Queen of Wands and the Two of Wands, so it's kind of like, oh yeah, I want that. So it's kind of like that style of energy. I would say that. Let me see, because y'all really don't want to talk though. All right, as we wrap this up, you got the Ten of Wands, you got the Three of Cups, and you also got the Hanged Muse. The Ten of Wands is like feeling burdensome by unwanted criticism, people or situations, knowing how to cut certain people off, or gossip, or repetitive actions, or going through the same thing, or whatever the case may be. It's kind of like maybe you taking a cheater back. I don't know. Maybe you taking somebody back who had a baby on you, or maybe you returning necessarily with a baby. I don't know, but it's like going through those same cycles. Some of y'all are like tired of going through the same thing though, whether it's in your dating life or the people you ideally date. I would say that though. So if you want to, that's your choice. Like that's on you. I would say that though. That is on you. All right, as we wrap this up for real this time, because I said that last time, because I told you I'm pushed for time. You got Six of Pentacles. And you got Six of Cups, though. For some of y'all, though, this could be abandonment issues or whatever the case may be. Or it could be necessarily dealing with karmic style type situation. Six of Pentacles speaks of not being open to give or exchanging, though. Ten of Cups could be people who play on your wounds or who know how to emotionally manipulate certain situations. Six of Cups is like the energy transference where it's not always even. Like for some people, they feel like just because of certain situations, it's like Six of Pentacles is like, I'm gonna give you this so I could be this, or I need this just because. So it's kind of like an abuse of power though, like that type of situation though. So it could be like a manipulative energy on both hands between you and somebody else. I would say that though, because you got the Magician with the Page of Pentacles reversed and the King of Cups. Like that's the way somebody likes to love. The Magician is a trickster. It could be somebody who holds on to grudges. It could be a person that necessarily doesn't have everything they need to move forward. The Page of Pentacles could be somebody like in relationships to where they lose all common sense. It's kind of like, oh, I love you, da 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 da, and they lose all common sense. And that's the way, ideally, of how you move in love. So it's kind of like that energy. It may suck, though, but I feel like it's a teaching energy that's about. So if you talk to somebody in a relationship and this is you, we finna switch to relationship reading. So let's go. So I would say that, though. Ideally, though. So that was the singles. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. I dropped the card. Note to self, pick that shit up. Alright, let's go. Because I told y'all this time be click up that jumpy. I'll be like, Jesus. Alright, let's see what's going on for Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. All your cards came out. The only card came out was reversed was the Gemini for us, that aspect of the sign. So that means you could be operating in your sister sign, which is the Sag. That was up right on the bottom of the deck. So I would say that though. That's it. Looking for temperance or peace. Looking for peace though. Remember, peace is an inside thing and not an outside thing. Let's go. Alright, let's go. Let's see what y'all got going on. I just gotta learn how to stop fucking shuffling. Alright, let's go. King of Swords again. I'm so sick and tired of this damn King of Swords energy. I told you, King of Swords, I'm so sick and tired of this damn energy. The reason why I say I'm sick and tired of King of Swords, because you got the Eight of Pentacles, the Hangman. The King of Swords could be somebody like in a relationship. They say mean things to get you away from them or whatever the case may be. So it's kind of like they don't bear the emotional intellect. So they just know how to say things to back you away from them. So that's why I'm kind of sick of it though. And it could be emotional manipulative as hell. And it can cause arguments and miscommunication. It can be baitery type conflicts. You know, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna do this. Like, god damn, like, shit. You are never fucking satisfied. Okay, you got the Chariot. We got Five of Pentacles. It's like, damn, you ain't never satisfied. Eight of Wands reverse. Keep in mind, just because I said king, it could be a queen, it could be a feminine too. So it's no genders over here. We just read the card as is. Depending on, but we push for time, so I ain't really giving y'all those like breakdown. So that's what I'm trying to push it. Queen of Cups. How can I? No, that was supposed to go there because I want to end that one. Bam. There were none but the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Shit. You see it. Okay. That's what I be wanting to do. Six of Cups. All right. Six of Cups necessarily speaks of where we're in the past. For some of y'all, though, it was like a relationship, though. It's like somebody could be seeking counsel. I would say that seeking counsel and understanding, though. Six of Cups could be like old soulmates, making peace with the past. It's like crushes or certain things. It could be karmic soulmates, whatever it is, how you feel, though. But that could be the about, and also speaks of like childhood trauma or being tethered to certain things or the experience from childhood or whatever the case may be. It's like the unpleasant memories. And remember, childhood trauma doesn't always have to seek in with you being abused or sexually molested or whatever the case may be. It could just be unfairness, the outstanding things not fitting in, the Five of Pentacles, like the fluctuating homes, like those type of things is that aspect. You got Queen of Swords, you got Four of Cups. Sorry, I'm moving too fast. Ten of Wands, you got the Pages of Swords, and you got Nine of Wands. I'm moving fast as hell. Okay, you got Four of Pentacles though. For some of y'all in y'all crown, heart, and root and sacral, that's necessarily what you hold on to. The Nine of Wands is kind of like trying to protect yourself, but at the same time, this is like a negative Nancy, but it doesn't know how to protect itself, so it could be emotionally vulnerable to certain things or certain aspects to people who are not in your best favor, because the Page of Swords reverse and the Page of Pentacles are not good friendly type people. They're really not. They're really not in the Pages type aspects. The Ten of Wands could be people who could utilize information though that cause chaos, or beating, like people who misuse information to cause chaos. I would say that though, because you got a Four of Cups, and then you got the Queen of Swords. For some of y'all though, it's kind of like that though. It's kind of like missing out on opportunities or some sort of regret with being able to speak or talk or converse with someone. But I say the Page of Swords is the energy of where it speaks of like watching what you say. All right, boom. You got Eight of Pentacles, the first card out, but you also got Six of Wands, the Chariot, and the Queen of Cups. For some of y'all though, it's kind of like you're working on, like you're trying to become successful in a relationship or putting time into family type matters. But with this Chariot and this Queen of Cups, this could be a very forceful type style. This could be somebody who is emotionally needy, who is clingy, or wanting some sort of attention. But it's kind of like at the same time, they don't know how to like go about it. If it's you, if you're a masculine, it's the feminine aspects, or I say this is the card that shows up when you need to take care of your emotional well-being. Didn't I say that? If you're a feminine, it's like other than like being in a pouty type state, trying to find something that necessarily soothes you. Remember, we all have masculine and feminine energy in us as a human. You got the Hangman here. You got Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, though. Five of Pentacles could be like spiritual humiliation. That's like in a state of like where you don't feel like you fit in. It's like going through those hard times where it's like communicating that. That's where that could be holding you back. If it's like speaks of those things or whatever. It's kind of like needing to change for some that's being put out of a certain place, or feeling like you're out in the cold. Because you got a Five of Wands energy. You got a Page of Pentacles. Shit, my arm's itching. You got Page of Pentacles versus the Two of Pentacles reversed. And then you have the Ace of Cups. So it seems like you keep giving, or in a relationship, gifting to something to basically end up nowhere. For some of y'all may be in a karmic cycle. So that's why I said if you into astrology type aspects. If not, you're not into astrology. Think about where you were in 2010 to 2020, and like what emotions are you feeling right now that definitely resonate with you now at this moment, that cause uncertainties or certain situations in your life. Because you got Six of Swords. It's a returning backwards type energy. What's the Devil energy reverse? You got King of Swords though. For some of y'all though, I kind of feel like if it's family type matters, or you're working on it, like trying of a career type instances, I feel like at this moment though, it's like you may feel like you're not necessarily being seen. But for some of y'all, if you're feminine, you coming out from like a very masculine type approach, like okay, this is what we're gonna do, da 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 da, or whatever. It's like an executing type style. It's like, oh, this is what we're gonna do. Shit. What is that? I told you I'm pushed for time. I'm pushed for time. Wait a minute. How can I? Ace of Wands, though. Okay. We got the Magician. Okay, I'm at 19. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. The Magician and the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Cups. Damn. Ace of Wands to me sometimes give off like an olive branch. Like the Magician is like when you got everything it is that you need, that you finna get ready to make a wish, or it's like that, like you trying to put out that intention to necessarily get what it is that you need. But the Wheel of Fortune reversed through hard times. I think for some of y'all it's like that steadfast faith to be able to get out of some sort of mental imprisonment though. So I feel like for some of y'all, if y'all in a relationship, like you trying to make it work with your boo, your bae, or whatever it is, but at the same time, it could be emotionally taxing at this moment, and you don't know what to do. For some of y'all, though, the relationship is taking a spin because it seems like somebody is more career driven at this time. Somebody could be in school, somebody could be working. It's like they're focusing on themselves, so somebody's not giving somebody the attention that they are. So it seems like it's this flight or fluctuating energy. Oh no, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, and at the same time, it's like, what about the teamwork that's going into the relationship? What about the whole aspect of unity consciousness? That's what it is. You got Queen of Wands. Strength. I like that though. How can I? Four of Cups. Damn. The Fool. Ooh. Ooh, if you in a relationship where you were single, that's trickling over here, or whatever the case may be, you got like relationship tendencies where you still may be talking to somebody. I will say that though, it seems like somebody is in a state of regret. I really do feel like that though. If it's kind of like two different people, if it's arguments or certain situations are fluctuating, like when it comes to being strong or standing strong, like being strong is okay. I told you, like, that shit is not cute, especially when you over for a woman type aspect, being strong is not necessarily cute, especially if you're a woman of color. That shit is not cute. Oh, I'm strong. No, the fuck I'm not. I want to be able to cry. I want to be able to lean on you. I want to be able to do those things. And as a masculine, he has to be able to accept those things, because you got a Knight of Pentacles with the Sun here. So this could be a little bit of emotional immaturity. It could be somebody that's stubborn and set in their ways for their path of happiness though. So it's not like a lot of room for give and take. Got a High Priestess though. For some of y'all, y'all could be seeking divinity, like going to somebody or a sort of spiritual counselor, or looking for something ideally though in your life that gives you or bring you something, because you got a Three of Pentacles reverse. I told you somebody's in school or working on something. But you also got a Three of Pentacles, a Six of Pentacles. We'll push that back at that 3 with the Hermit. So for some of y'all, though, it could be studying or learning somebody, or it's studying or learning. Like you hear me say, like when I say a lot of men, or like if you trying to get married, go hang around people who marry, and also hang around people who are singles. Don't go hang around people who depict your ideal of marriage. It's also that type of thing. If you trying to heal maternal type energy, don't base yourself around just women who are in your thing, like in your lifestyle. Hang around women who are different from you. If you're trying to heal the masculine aspects, go be around people who are confident, who are in the Sun energy, who are cool with who they are. You get what I'm saying? Like they cool with who they are, so you could see, even if they live fucked up, or even if they fucked up to your caliber, it's them being comfortable with who they are, because confidence is contagious. I said that a long time ago. How can I ease the pain? Alright, my bad. But you guys, Ten of Swords though, I said that, like, who reading was that? That was in a fire sign reading. You may be messing with a fire sign. You got Ten of Swords and you got the Nine of Cups though. That's why I said this situation may be emotionally taxing though. I would say that though, because it's like somebody that's stubborn, stuck in their ways. Somebody could be a hermit or a sage that, like, you hear me say, when it comes to like spiritual practices or understanding, but at the same time, like their work, their time is very consuming to where it's very draining. I would say that though. How can I? Three of Swords. I ain't gonna say it's draining on them, but it's draining on you. Let me just say that though. It's draining on you. Is there anything else? Because we had 23 minutes. We got the World though. Maybe they work in public, mass communication, or working with the public ideally though. But that could be like tiring though. Ten of Swords is like horrible endings though. Like, it's not horrible endings, but it's like if it's fights or it's communication, it's like going for the jugular. It's like, fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck the dog. It's kind of like those type of situations to where like it's really rough. And you just like, hello. I tried to leave my head down, look in the camera. No, man. Ooh, we got the Empress reverse. I said that though. I said this about the maternal type aspect, healing those energies though. Whew, don't do it. I thought I was gonna fly out. Queen of Pentacles, look at that. I spoke that up. Queen of Pentacles is also a healing energy. It's also like some sort of a witch doctor or a person, ideally, though. I would say that. I would say that, though. Queen of Pentacles is like, before you get to the Empress type state, there's still things that necessarily needs to be learned. But the Queen of Pentacles could also be set in their ways. Like, they could be loving. They could be those type of things. Give out positive type vibrations or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, they could also lack in certain areas. They still have uncertainties or whatever the case may be. They're still human, even if they work with people or ideally assist people. Because you got the Seven of Swords and you got the Ten of Cups, though. Damn, I don't like that, though. Let's see what that's about. How can I? Three of Wands and the Five of Cups. If you in a relationship, though, I kind of feel like, I said, it's two different people and two different things. Somebody's invested. Somebody may travel a lot. Somebody may do work. Whatever it is, it's kind of like a lot of time where they spend with more people than they possibly do in the relationship, or they're like mass communications, or you or somebody else, though, ideally, though. I kind of feel like that's where it comes about the competitiveness, where it's like a fight for attention or a fight for understanding. So that's where it seems like if it's talking about heartfelt matters, if somebody is in a Six of Cups energy where they have like trauma bonds or tethered to the past, or not knowing, ideally have like those styles of great relationships when it comes to family, though, I kind of feel like that's conversations where somebody necessarily shy away from, though. This Five of Cups is Three of Wands with this Ten of Cups and the Seven going back to the Queen of Pentacles. This could be somebody that's like, oh yeah, we're going to work on it. We're going to work on it. Like, if you're putting out that intention of wanting to necessarily heal, one of y'all not necessarily honest, though. For some of y'all, though, in this Ten of Cups type situation, though, I kind of feel like this is somebody that's very sneaky and malicious, though. I would say that. You got the Hierophant reverse. And the Knight of Wands. Jesus. Didn't I say that, though? Question your counsel. Hierophant could be like Two of Wands. Hierophant could be a very forceful type style person. With the Knight of Wands, it could be like a show-offy type aspect or whatever the case may be. It's kind of like a jealous or whatever the case. It's a jealous energy. You got Five of Swords, though. The Two of Wands. Like, that's a very forceful, jealous energy or whatever the case may be. Somebody like seeks to control, or like, you know, like masculine energy. They could be like a fight, like that, like the unbalanced ego, to where it's like, no, I know this, wanting to do certain things a certain way. I think that's where the King of Swords necessarily come out. The Emperor can be like a cold person, necessarily. What they say air signs can be necessarily detached. But it's like the Emperor necessarily have to go through stages to be able to work on themselves, to say, hey, all right, I'm being a little too detached. Let me go and tap in to see how much love can I give, or be a little bit more understanding, though. I got that King of Swords over there. He crossed. King of Pentacles, he flew out cross. We're going to keep him the same so you can see. You got Death energy. Ace of Pentacles, though. That's what I said. Cross by, and reverse by Ace of Pentacles. Reverse with the Scorpionic energy. That's what I said. You got Page of Swords again. You have the Star reverse. You also got Three of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Moon. I said that, though. Some of y'all, like, this may be sober thoughts or sobriety, though. Or it could be clean eating, cleansing your mind of certain things, cutting back on certain reality TV, certain toxic type habits, situations. Like, what are you engulfing yourself with that's enabling fears, worries, or anxieties, though? The Moon could be things that's perfectly hidden at the time, but I kind of feel like this could be like some type of P-now type blocked, where it comes to following the intuition and listening, though. Or whatever the case may be. If you're into magic, this is knowing how to be like more psychically in tune. But I kind of feel like this is like an emotional block, emotional resistance, being able to see things exactly for what it is, because you got the Four of Pentacles, and that's like the necessarily of the Emperor, like being very rigid. That's a control type aspect. This has to go this way. You get what I'm saying? Like, I want this. And that's where it seems like if it's some sort of understanding, or with you shining or understanding or dealing with you, your own solar plex type energy, is a problem. Because I said stars don't shine when the sun is out, because the sun is a star itself. Stars shine when the moon is out and light up the whole galaxy. So a lot of people, that's why I say you got to learn how to, if you move maneuvering in that star energy, to where it's kind of like, okay, well, this person is comfortable, but they're not a hoe. Like, that's what I mean. When I say hoe, I'm not talking about somebody who solicits their body. I'm talking about like a hoe who is They don't care. Like, they just out for themselves. Like, no, that's not people who you want to fucking mirror. Who's like in the Hierophant energy reversed, or people who play on your insecurities. The Seven of Wands, your Seven of Swords. Like, people who just sneaky, malicious. Like, no, that's not motherfuckers who you want to be around. Whew, I almost went the fuck off. It's not about me. It's about y'all. All right, so, oh, what the fuck I do with them cards? All right, here they go. Because I'm trying to wrap this up. How can I ease the pain? All right, let's go. Okay, let's go. You got adjustments are required. We're going to read that one, though, because y'all are not a mutable sign. I say that for my fellow fixed signs. That is Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. Like, when we be wanting something, we want something. When we own something, we own something. We do not give a fuck about nobody else. Confidence is the key to your success. But this is for all signs, though. I was saying it, though. I just said that adjustments are required because I said I know that's there. But if you a stubborn person and you got a whole lot of earth placements like Taurus and all those different types of things, baby, you gotta work on some things. Okay, you got a fiery climax approaches. This is the full moon. I told you, every new moon you bring in, you call in. Every full moon you release. That's why I was like, when this moon, I was kind of like, I hope nobody really ain't doing manifestation work unless you just really putting in the work. All right, okay, let's go. It's time to release negativity. Ooh, girl, what is that about? Okay, but remember, this is for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You got nothing will come of this situation and show the world the real you. This is the full moon in Aquarius. So I told you got a third quarter of a moon. Then you got a new moon. Then you got a release. You got a new moon. Then you got a void. And then you got a release. Okay, so let me read this. All right, okay. So remember, new you call in, full you release. Intentions, what it is that you need, what it is you're trying to seek, counsels, all those different types of things, whether you utilize in those spiritual type practices. Full moon is when you kind of like, okay, I need to release, I need to let this go, da 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 da. It doesn't mean that you releasing it, but it's kind of like you giving it back to necessarily the earth. That's why I say I like earth magic versus dark. But anywho, you kind of giving it back to the earth ideally, though, so when you give it back, it's able to plant seeds and grow. So when you need those helps, it can be able to come find its way and assist you when you're trying to relate with certain things. So the karmic lessons, you won't be sitting around here oblivious. Okay. Think of yourself as a vessel that has been filled more and more over the past few weeks. Some of what has come your way may have been wonderful, but there is a lot of negativity and you need to let go of this. Whatever situation you're asked about, be honest about whether they are toxic emotions involved or what you need to release in the ethers. I was going to say that. This card also comes with the promise that all night is not lost. However, there are changes and adjustments that is required before you will get to where you want to be. A change, of course, is a forecast now. The recent events have been understood and acted upon. There also may be a crisis now, which will remind you of what you want and it is time to let go of. So pay attention. Reevaluating the situation. Your life may be out of balance, and this may be causing you issues. It may be time to hatch a whole new plan. Something new is exciting is around the corner. Trust may be required to move this situation forward. At this time, the third quarter moon is we know where we have been, but where are we going? The moon is now a half of a moon and slipping away from us as she catches less and less light, moving towards her disappearance at a new moon. It's a time of falling away and a time to reevaluate. No matter when you draw this card, the teaching is to release and to trust. On that note, you guys, go to www.fuckyouranxiety.com. Link will be in the bio. Come check me out. And remember, season of depression is on the rise. I want to say that, though. So if you are in that mode or in that situation, I just want to say, season of depression is on the rise. So make sure you're doing what you got to do. I'm going to upload this blog about journaling and hopefully help for you. So, ta-ta, my guys.